Hi guys, I hope all you are good. This is a time where we begin our session for our examination, right? Speaking of learners, in other words, right? So I'm just waiting for few people to join, hence we are starting the session at this moment. So you need to know exactly that everything is gonna be on time. So we're gonna just be doing almost 70 questions, right? But in most of the cases, this test has already has answers already, right? So what we're just gonna do is that we're gonna make sure, guys, that nobody misses this test. Hence I stated that exactly 8 o'clock we are starting. So just to confirm, guys, can you be able to hear me on your side? Can you be able to hear me? Just let me know by the comments if you are able to hear me, and then we can take it from there. Just let me know by the comments if you are able to hear me, and then we can take it from there. Just let me know. And in other words, where are you watching this live from? Where are you watching this live from, guys? Remember, this live, it's all about those people who want to do learner's test, right? Speaking of your license, the whole process in J. So we're here for you. So remember, throughout the week, guys, we're practicing and practicing. So what you see now on your screen, it is exactly what you're gonna find at the department then. So you should be familiar. You make sure that this class, you listen attentively and you can see every question attentively, right? So okay, let's start, guys. This is the beginning of it. Let's start so that we can keep up with time and everything. Okay, so let's start, guys. Okay, I can see some comments are coming out. Asemahle says loud and clear, sir, you're welcome. And then Sinamkele Joki say we hear you, thank you for that feedback. And then Asemati says I'm watching all the way from, is it Western, what is that place? Western Cape, right? Yeah, Western Cape. Okay, so amazing, guys. Let's start with the session as it is our time now. So I'm gonna go through each question, guys. So this one, I beg you guys, do not miss this session. This is a very important link, guys. It's a very important one, right? So we just want to see people who are doing learners and all those things, guys. So make sure by next week we should be able to register you from the from any place that you are staying, right? So if you are staying in this place, any other place, we should be able to register you and then we can get you sorted, right? Okay, guys, let's continue as it is now. As you can see here in what is this in the picture that I'm showing you now. So this is basically what exactly is happening in the department. The same tablet, the same questions and answers, right? So here is it, guys. So here, I think this one, I will need to get you to the session of this one, because here is just a manual of a car, right? So I will just get a clear picture of this and then I'm gonna show you, right? So basically this session, this picture that you are seeing here, it's a manual of a car, right? That is part of the examination. So it might contain 8 marks, 6 marks, but in everything, you don't subtract everything, guys. It's very important. So for this one, guys, since you cannot see the numbers, as you can see there, I can be able to read on my ends that says then control number 9. So you cannot see which one is control number 9. It says it's used to distance control number 9 is used the distance it takes the driver of the motor vehicle, which is stop is longer where on wet road. So those things, guys, are hardly to see because of there's no what is this, you cannot see which one is number 9 exactly. So that one from the group, I'm gonna share it to you, right? So let's move to another one. So these are just control of the vehicles. I'm not much worried about them, but trust me, I'm gonna give you everything you need to know about this, right? So I'm so worried about the next ones. So for now, I will just skip this one and I will go to the next one. So exactly as it is, guys, it is very important. It is very, very important. So I think I'm persuaded to not skip this one. I can help you through it to minute with my eyes to see exactly what they're talking about. Okay, let's see. The control number 9 is used to distance. It is used the distance it takes the driver of a motor vehicle to stop. It is so obviously for a driver to stop, you will need a what is this, a brake. So that should be number 9, which is a brake right here. If you can see here in the middle of the car, right? Remember here you have your clutch, and then in the middle you have your what is this, your brake, and then on your right hand side it will be an accelerator. So it says, the first one, it says longer on wet road than on a dry road. Okay, longer if the vehicle is traveling at a higher speed, longer if the vehicle is loaded. So it means that the number 9 they're referring here, it's a brake. So all of this, it should be correct, because if you are driving on a wet road, obviously the car will take longer to brake, right? And then also if you are driving at a high speed, it is gonna also take longer for you to what is this, to brake on time. And then also if your vehicle it's loaded, of course you're gonna take longer to brake on time. So what is used to slow down a car? Obviously it's a brake, right? So you cannot slow down a car with a handbrake or clutch or anything else. So that is number 9 there, eh? Okay, let's move to the next one. The following control is used to change the direction of a vehicle, right? So I'm not sure if you can see there which one it is your 4, which one it is your what is this? Let me just look for you just a second, because I feel like I should not skip those questions, because everything to you guys, it should be, what is this, it should be right on route, guys. So I would just want to help you out to go through everything, right, guys? So just a second, let me put back the oh, I opened via Canva and everything. Okay, it's fine. So let me put back the thing on your screen there so that you can be able to see. Okay, there we go. So I want to check exactly which one it is, the direction, so that you don't miss, because I believe most of the things that you've seen here, they're gonna come out, guys, trust you me. So from here I cannot see clearly, but reading the question says the following control is used to change the direction of the vehicle. Of course you cannot change the direction of a vehicle by pedals. So here, let me come here. So by here, the pedals, you cannot use this to change the direction of a vehicle, and then you cannot use your brake or handbrake or gear to change the direction of a vehicle. Of course, you need to use your steering wheel, right? Even an indicator does not change the direction of a vehicle. It's only a steering wheel which can change the direction of your vehicle. So it's a matter of getting the numbers to be clear here, so that, but that is the common sense, right? So I still need to teach you about the inside of the vehicle. Some of the things you know, guys, right? Okay, there we go. The use of temporary signs apply for some of the reason. Remember, guys, right? If you remember in the sessions that we were having about the signs, right? About the signs. Guys, if you missed this session, I don't know. After here, I delete the session and then I'm out. So guys, you need to pay so much attention to this class, because you don't have to miss a bit of what I'm showing you now. Okay, so here we go, guys. It says the use of a temporary sign. Remember, guys, we spoke about temporary signs. Remember, the color of temporary signs are yellow, right? Remember that. Don't ever forget, guys. Temporary signs colors are yellow, right? Those ones are the ones that you see on the road, whereby if there's a construction, they will say for 200 meters, of course, there will be excavation or something like that, you see. So those are just temporary signs. So it says these are the correct answers, right, for the exam. So the use of temporary signs applies that for some reason a traffic has to move slow. No. Circumstances on the road are not normal. Of course, when you see a temporary sign, you normally find them, let's say they will put, let me just show you. one of the temporary signs, because I want you guys to catch up on everything that we are. Remember some of the things we did here, so I'm just refreshing you what are the temporary signs and all those things, right? Remember we had command signs, regulatory signs, temporary signs. So I want to make sure that I remind you guys, because next week I have to register you so that you can go and write your learners. So it's very, very, very important and crucial time for everybody to participate. Everybody needs to participate on this. Next week, guys, we are registering you so that you can be able to write your learners. So never miss this question. I repeat to you guys, don't miss this question. It's very, very important. Okay, guys. So let me just drag this side so that I don't have to confuse you with what I've opened there. So you can know the difference between the use of temporary signs. Okay, just put that there. Okay, so the temporary signs that is being referred here, I'm gonna remind you again of temporary signs, how they look like. Okay, guys, so let me just go to where we did the signs. Warning signs, regulatory signs. Okay, I'm just looking for them. They should be somewhere here. So guys, make sure you never miss this, guys. If you miss this one and then you're going to write, I no longer know, guys. Yo straight, I no longer know, because it's very, very, very important to know about this session, especially this question and answer, because I'm 100% sure some of the let's say 99% of the answers that you see here is what you're gonna find at that department. So make sure you never miss this one, guys. You never miss this one. As much as I want to see you passing the next examination, I don't want people to come here and be like, hey, I need to take out 1.2 to pay for driver's learners at depart. What is this, driving school? No, guys, we don't do that, right? So just a second, I just want to show you an EG of what is this, temporary signs, right? Because normally temporary signs, we see them by the yellow color, yellow and black, right? So I'm just checking, where are they? Just a few seconds, guys. Okay, let me just do this so that I can hurry not to stick in one question for so long. Just a second. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you some temporary signs, guys, so that you know that when we speak of temporary sign, we're speaking of what exactly, right? So I'm just gonna put a picture on your screen right now so that it becomes clear that if you see this type of a color, it means it's a temporary sign, right? So don't make that mistake, guys. So okay, as I'm putting the picture now, should be there in your second. What's happening? This PC is just trying to misbehave. All along, everything, it was working perfectly. Maybe because I'm showing you guys deep stuff, now it start to misbehave. I don't understand why. Okay, either way, I will just drag it and drop it by a picture straight, right? Okay, there you go. So if you can see on your screen right there, guys, this thing, the yellow one, it means it's a temporary sign, right? So it's a temporary sign. So these temporary signs, guys, they usually are there to indicate, to help you that there is something going on at the moment. You see, like here, it tells you that there's an obstruction ahead. You see, if you see this one, this red thing, it tells you there are obstructions ahead. So these are just temporary signs, okay, guys? So they are just there to let you know about what is happening on that road, right, guys? So the answer to this, it says the circumstances on the roadway are not normal, right? So that is the meaning of that. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Here, let me zoom for you so that you can be able to see. Okay, So I will still read here. It says you only have a learner's license for a heavy motor vehicle, right? And there must be someone with you in the vehicle with the same driving license, right? You are not allowed to drive on a freeway. No passengers are allowed with you in the vehicle. Select the correct combination, right? So let's see. It says the question here actually is you are, what is this? You only have learner's license. Remember, you don't have a driver's license, so it's only learner's license. Of course, you cannot drive alone if you are carrying a learner's license, right? For a heavy motor vehicle. And there must be someone. Okay, so the question ends here on the motor vehicles. So the first question is there must be someone with you in the vehicle with the same driving license. Okay, so the first one, it should be correct, because if you are driving alone and then you only have learners and then you don't have license, right, guys? So there must be someone with you with the exact what is this, the type of car, the type of motor vehicle licensing you are driving, right? So if you are driving code 8, the person must also be having code 8. For instance, you can't be driving what is this, a truck, and then the person that is sitting next to you is having a license code 8 what is this license. It cannot be possible. So a person with code 14 can be able to sit next to a person with code 10 and code 8. You understand me? So that's how it goes. So a person with code 8 cannot be able to sit next to someone who's driving code 14 with learners, and then the person has code 8. It doesn't make sense, right? So guys, so all these things are experience, right? So the A, it's the right answer. So there must be someone sitting next to you, guys. Grab this, don't forget. Okay, so can we move? If you have any question, guys, I'm just trying to move fast as I can. So this one is a very, very crucial time. So make sure you grab everything with your both hands. So now let's move to the next question. It says, let me just move my picture here a little bit. Okay, it's fine. There it goes. Perfect there. Okay, it says when control number 9 is used, the distance it takes the driver of the motor vehicle to stop. Of course, we did this. It says longer on the wait period. Remember, it is the first one. It's just here that it is what is this, horizontal. So it is number 9, which is the brake, right? So all of this is right because control number 9 is used to slow down a car. Okay, so it takes longer on the wet road to slow down a car, especially as well as if your car is on a high speed. It does take very long time to stop, right? And then also if your car is loaded, it takes longer time. So you need to know that whenever you want to press a brake, if your car is loaded, not only that, but even if you are not loaded in your car and then also you are driving on a wet surface, if it's raining, it also takes time for a car to stop because of it is dry, it is wet. And then also if you are traveling at a higher speed, it takes longer for your car to stop. So control number 9, it is the one that is used for brake. So we can move to the next one. Okay, whilst the vehicle is in motion, a driver may not, the first one, not hold a cell phone with any other part of the body, type an SMS, hold a cell phone, provided the driver keeps at least one hand on the steering wheel. So B and C, they are out of the way. So remember the rule here. If you are driving a car, you are not supposed to have a cell phone with you, guys. You understand me? So it is very, very important, or to any part of your body. Maybe you can say, I can put my cell phone here. You are not allowed to have any cell phone. So when you are driving your car, you should have a compartment in there. When you're driving a car, you should be having a compartment whereby you can take your phone and put it there, right? So you are not allowed. That's why these days, if you see people, they normally put there's this what is this, not exactly a device but a stand they put on the dashboard, and they will just hang their phone there so that it becomes easier. More or less these days car, they have an Apple Play. You have a screen inside the car, you just connect, and everything from your phone, it is displayed there so that you don't have any distraction. So you should not have a cell phone or in any part of your body, right? So we can move. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Let's continue. You are caught in a slow moving heavy traffic in the right lane. So you're in the right lane, okay, of a busy urban area road, okay. The car in front of you would like to turn right into a driveway. It has stopped and it's waiting as oncoming traffic is heavy. What should you do? Okay, so this scenario, it says to you that, okay, suppose you have two lanes, right, which is flowing that other direction, and then this lane you want to, it continue, but it can allow you to turn to the right. Let's say you want to go to the other street, right? You want to turn to the right. So you are following that person at the back who is going to be stopping and indicating to turn to the right. So in this scenario, it says, what should you do? So the first one is, switch on your left indicator and move to the left lane. So it says switch on your left indicator. Remember, there are cars who are also moving this side, right? Even if sometimes it is not that scenario, it can be one lane. The other lane is going the other direction, the other lane is going that other direction. So you cannot just say, okay, because this person is waiting to turn, I cannot wait for him, so I rather just go to the other side. Either it's a pavement or something, you just want to rush over. You cannot do that. You are not allowed to do that. So the thing is you, even to hoot a person, you cannot hoot a person to say, hey, move, move, move. That thing, it is not allowed at all. It is not allowed. Okay, so in this case, the answer is wait behind the car until you get the opportunity to pass on the left or to proceed. You understand? So you must wait for the car until it turns before you can proceed or go on the other side. So that's how it is, guys. So when a person is waiting for his turn to turn, do not hoot for the person and do not just go on the other side. Okay, so that is the answer there. And then if you have any questions, please just raise it by the chat box there. Okay, so I see Lee Yonge says, on this question about cell phone, A is the best correct answer. Will they penalize me if I choose the other answer? Because they will always about cell phone. Okay, here's the thing. Here you are using what is this? If you are referring to a learners, when you choose another answer regarding the cell phone handling, it is wrong. It's gonna be wrong, guys. It's gonna be wrong. So this means if you're writing out of 66 minus 1, it's gone. You understand me? So the best way to answer a cell phone part is, it is there in the, remember the lessons that we did prior. I told you guys that cell phone, it's not allowed to be in any part of your body. They don't say that a cell phone must not be inside the car. Yes, a cell phone can be inside of the car. Remember I told you that there's a these days you have the Apple Play or anything, a screen, and then you can connect your cell phone there, right? So you are not allowed to touch your phone with hand whilst you are driving. Even with one hand is on the steering wheel, the other one is on the phone. You are not allowed to do that. Find yourself been doing that, it's a ticket for you guys, and it's a very serious thing. Remember, a cell phone can distract you, so make sure you don't have a cell phone in your body. Okay, so let's continue to the next one. Within your pocket, yes, you can have within your pocket, but the problem is, the thing is this: if the cell phone rings, remember, if it vibrates, the first mentality that is going to come to you guys is to take it out. So the best way to put your cell phone, it is, if you are inside the car, make sure you place it in a place whereby it's safe. And then let's say if you are driving a vehicle without a screen, find that what is this, the stand where you can mount it on your dashboard, and then you can put your cell phone right there, right? So if a person calls you, it is easier to just press an answer and then focus on the road while you are talking to the person. Unlike when you are putting your phone in the pocket, of course you're gonna just try by any means to reach it out so that you can answer the person. So that serves as a distraction on its own. So the best way to answer everything, guys, do not have your phone in any part of your body, whether it's your leg or something. Do not do that. Okay, so Leon, okay, what is happening? Do you have any question? Because I'm reading on YouTube. Okay, let's proceed, guys. Any question, I will just answer through. Okay, so here is it, guys. Remember, here it's when you are following a person and that person that you're following wants to turn to the right. The answer here is make sure you don't hood to the person, and then make sure you don't overtake to the other side. Suppose it's a one lane only, so you cannot just hood and then you say, hey, move fast. You are not allowed to do that. Do not move to the other side. Okay, please, anyone saying it's important stuff, please, anyone screen record my king. It's saying it's important stuff. It's very important, guys. Okay, brother, is this for code brother, is this for code 10 only? Okay, in other way, guys, you know, when you are doing learners, I don't know if you know about this. So in learners, when you're doing learners, guys, everything, it applies on the road, right? So it doesn't mean that if you're doing code 8, the road signs are different, and then if you're doing code 10, the road signs are different. No, learners, it's a means of, you know, about the knowledge of in the road, the rules of the road, right? So it doesn't matter if you're doing code 14 or if you're doing code 10 or you're doing code 20 or 40 or anything. So what matters with learners is, the reason for learners is that you know the rules of the road. That is the whole meaning. And then if now you want to go to do code 14 or anything, that's now when you'll find a person with code 14 who's gonna have to show you everything that you need to learn about that. But when it comes to learners, code 8 it applies, code 10 it applies, and code 14 it applies, right? Because we learn about the rules of the road, not the rules of code 14. You understand me? So that is the whole reason of learners. So I hope you are answered there, guys. So let's move to the next one. Okay, so this road marking indicates to the driver to, I'm trying to check something here. Okay, this road marking indicates to the driver to, if you look at here, you have your arrow, and then you have what is this? You have what is this? Broken lines, right? So this means if you are driving on this side, obviously you need to not speed your vehicle there. You need to slow down, because as you can see here, it's a broken line, and then you have that square. So normally it tells you that it's either what is this? Something, it is gonna be happening there. Okay, so the first question is look out for school kids. We don't see school kids board there. So yield to all users of the roads, possibly train too. So this means if you see this one, guys, right, and then you see it's not the right one, because this is not a stop sign, because if you see these lines here are broken, these are broken lines, right? So when you are approaching this line here, you must know this is not a stop sign at all. It is not a stop sign, right? Don't make a mistake to say you must stop your car there, because the only time you have to stop your car, it is when it's a solid line on this place here. If it's a solid line, right, that's when now you can say you can stop your car. And it says what? Look out for kids. So here I don't see any sign of a kid here. So the thing is this: when you are arriving here, make sure to some people say I must zoom in a little bit. Probably that says it's a screenshot on its own. Okay, no problem. So let me just remove my picture for a second, and I will put it back so that you can be able to see there. Okay, so remember, guys, sorry for not tipping you this. Remember the question, this whole exam thing, you are writing for 1 hour. So literally you can finish the whole thing in 30 minutes or 20 minutes. But it is very important, guys, after writing, after indicating, you know, these days it's easy because you just choose it's A or B or C. So after doing that, go to your first question and then you will have an option that says previously. You see here, exactly, you will find an option that says previously. So you need to go previously, and check one by one. What I can tell you, and they will tell you, do not end your test until the instructor says so. Do not end your test, because if you end your test, basically you are out of examination. So do not end your test. Leave it like that, guys, and then until the instructor say you can end your test. Okay, so at this point, you need to yield to any user on the road. This can be a car, it can be a pedestrian, or possibly a train too, because you can still find this line. So make sure you grab that. Okay, so if you have any question, guys, let me know if you're enjoying this session, and if I'm too fast for you, tell me not to be too fast. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So I'm gonna zoom in all these questions, right, so that it can be easier for you to understand. Okay, so let's go. Trailers which trailers which the gross vehicle mass does not exceed 10,000 kilograms, okay, shall be fitted with yellow reflectors material to the side or to the rear of the vehicle, shall be fitted with yellow reflective material to the side of the vehicle only, are not required to fit yellow reflecting material to the vehicle. Okay, guys, so let me help you to answer this question, and not just to answer because it's already answered, but it's a matter of understanding the scenario and then what does it mean. Let's read the question again. Trailers of which the gross vehicle mass does not exceed 10,000 kilograms, right? So in other instance, it's a picture of what is this? A good, let's say a truck that is carrying a trailer, right? So you can have a truck that is having a trailer at the back. This is not speaking about code 14 or anything, but it does not exceed 10,000 kilograms, right? So it says the first one shall be fitted with yellow reflecting material to the side. So in both sides, it's supposed to have a reflecting material. Remember, these days you can have even stickers that are yellow, right? And then it says, and the rear of the vehicle, right? So this means on the side, and then where? The rear side is which one? Guys, are you following? Let's see, because I'm just trying to see if guys... Oh my wait. Okay. I'm just trying to see something here. Oh, I thought the YouTube party has disappeared. I thought I was not live anymore, guys. I don't... okay. Where's my YouTube people? Okay, there we go. So, guys... so it's very important. Remember, guys, this session, guys, after this session, boom, I delete. I told you, after this session, I delete, guys. Okay, so people are still following and everything. So guys, that is the answer there, right? So make sure that everything here, you adhere to it, right? Because exactly as it is, the tablet is exactly the same as it is here, right? So make sure, guys, you don't miss anything. You don't miss anything. Very, very important, right? Okay, guys, let's move to the next one. As I zoom in, your phone will be full of screenshots, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm just trying to find out this weight. Okay, what should a driver consider when following another vehicle? Okay, it should be what? Yeah, what should a driver consider when following another vehicle? Okay, so obviously, let's read the question. The first question says the driver should follow at a safe distance and be able to stop the vehicle safely in an emergency situation. Or should the vehicle in front slow down or stop? So the B1 says the driver should be able to see the rear tire of the vehicle in front. No, the driver should follow another vehicle keeping 3 car lengths behind. No. So in other words, guys, remember about the safe following distance, right? You should not follow a person very closely when you are driving a car. That's why in these cases, guys, if a person hits you from the back, they are the one at fault. You don't have to worry about anything because they didn't learn about this rule, guys. When you are going on a car do not tail a car, so that if that car decide to turn on the left hand side or on the right hand side, or maybe let's say they are trying to avoid something as well, you are able also to slow down your vehicle without bumping that vehicle, and also to maintain a safe distance following, right? Even if in case of emergency, you must know, you must make sure. So here guys, the answer, it is A. The driver should follow at a safe distance, which is number one, and be able to stop the vehicle safely in an emergency situation. This is swilo swa ku saseka, swilo swa ku nandzika. So when you are driving a car, guys, you must make sure to not rush, slow down, right? Maintain a following distance, right? So very, very important, guys. So the normally following distance, guys, you should maintain. That is very, very important. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Okay, the following vehicle are not allowed on a freeway, right? So let's say you are driving on a highway of which is used, I mean, it's a common name for most of us here, or freeway. So if you are driving on a freeway, the first one says a vehicle driven by a learner's driver. Why? No, if I'm carrying a learner's driver, I'm having a person next to me with the same coach that I did, which will be driving, there's no problem. And the B says what? A tractor. Remember a truck, guys, TLB or something. So you can only expect TLB if there's a construction on the highway. You understand me, guys? So it says a tractor, except when it is used in a connection with a construction or maintenance of a freeway. So you cannot just decide to say, I'm going to take a TLB and I'm going to drive it on a highway. It is not allowed. You're not allowed to drive that thing on the highway, except if it is for maintaining the road or what is this, construction in the highway only. And the C1 says a vehicle used to do convenience of school children. No. The tractor, it is not allowed. So that is your question there, your answer there, right? So moving to the next one. Let's move fast, eh? Okay, so let me zoom into this. Hey, before I forget, guys, if you are taking screenshot when you arrive at the Department of Traffic, do not take off your phone to say you want to see something. Hey, do not do that mistake. You will be disqualified, guys, in a big time. They might even expand the period for you not to write learners. That, I think it is 2 years, somewhere there. If they find you with a cell phone trying to find out the answers, guys, you are gone. Don't say I didn't tip you, okay? So the first one, let's come here. When moving off from a stationary position, okay, let's say your road, it is on the pavement, or you are parked in your place, and then you are just next to the main road, okay? So it's just parked there. And at the side of the road, what is the responsibility of the driver? What is your responsibility? Let's say you just parked your car. Imagine yourself, right? You are coming out of your mama Zala or your girlfriend or anything, right? And then you just park your car on the side of the road. Now you want to get in the car and then go into the road. So what is the responsibility as a driver? The first one, it says the driver must ensure that it is safe and that she or he will not interfere with the traffic approaching from any direction. And then the B one, it says the driver must join other traffic as quickly as possible. So this means if I come inside, I'm coming out of my Mama Zala's house or my side chick house, and then I want to make sure you unless if you are running, yeah, unless if you're about to be caught cheating, guys, hey, me, I won't check the road. Boom, you just get in and you go. And then the C1 says the driver must indicate his or her intention and then move on. You don't just indicate and then you just join the road. So the first answer is correct. That says the driver must ensure that it is safe. You must make sure that it is safe and that she or he will not interfere with the traffic approaching from any direction. So it's very important, you must ensure. So the C1, it says you just have to indicate and then you join the road. You cannot do that. You cannot do that because you indicated. You cannot do that. So you must ensure that if you are about to indicate and then you want to move your vehicle to be on the road, you must ensure that if people other motorists are safe, right? You must check the distance where they are, and then you must be able to make sure that when you join the road, everyone is safe, and then you are proceeding. So the first one, and then we are right. So now let's move to the next one. So when moving off the stationary, okay, this is the other one which we did. So let's move to the next one. Okay, like I said, guys, this examination is very important. Let's go. These signs indicate, first one, you can see this sign here, it says N12, and then this, remember, it's not a bridge according to you, which you can say, this one, it indicates that there's a bridge ahead. That is not a bridge. You must know when you see something like that, that indicates a highway, right? That indicates a highway. So this means this highway, it's a double carriage highway. There are two vehicles moving the other way, and then there are also another one moving the other way. So that is 4 lanes in total, right? So this means this side and this side. So this is a double carriage highway. As you can see here, we have 2 lines, right? Okay, and this N thing, it doesn't mean nonsense. It means national road. Number 12. Let's go. Okay, so the first one, it says that all traffic must turn right. There's nothing that says you must turn right here. The presence of the bridge, so you can see the bridge, and then you can say it indicates that there's a bridge ahead. Hey, there's no bridge here. There's no bridge. So the direction to a freeway. So this means if I see this thing, it tells me that this is a direction to a freeway. So you must know that it is a direction to a freeway, right? This N, it doesn't mean nonsense. No, it's a national road. So it's a freeway. Let's go to the next question. Okay, let me zoom into there so that you can be able to see properly with me. I will be reading, even if you don't see, guys, but I will be reading by any means so that you understand better. Okay, so when is it permissible? In other words, when is it allowed, right? When is it permissible to allow a portion of a body to point beyond a vehicle? So some of you guys, you have that attitude when you are driving inside the car, you need to leave your shoulder outside. Some people, they must see you. Some of you, your head is out while you are driving so that they might see that it is you who's really driving the car. Some of you, your car has a sunroof, and then you are driving, and then your head is up outside by the sunroof. Yeah, so when that is allowed to do so, let's see the answer. Only for the driver to give a hand signal. Number B, only passengers may have a portion of their body. No, passengers not allowed. When it is hot and the driver's window is open, listen to me, you are not allowed, right? You are feeling hot, and then you be like, hey, I need to be driving and my head, I don't see properly. You are not allowed to take any part of your body outside the car. Only in a situation if you are giving a hand signal. Not that kind of a hand signal when you are greeting people. You'll be like, hey, me brah. You are not allowed to do that. The only hand signal that you are giving to somebody, it is when there's a situation on the road and there is something happening. That's when you are allowed to give a hand signal. You understand? Not that kind of a hand signal when you see somebody in a highway, you want to hoot on them on the road and be like, hey, tell me, bruh. That is not allowed at all. It is not allowed. That's why in most of the cases, keep your body inside of the car, because when you move, the moment you take out your hand, you don't know what the other car it is coming from. Whether it was speeding and then the driver did not even who is this? Linko says what? If it is M, what does M stand for? What does M stand for? Have I seen M? I will check for you and I will come back to you if it is M, because what I know is that the national road, they use N, right? So I will have to check for you, and then if you see one, please come back to me, because I never came across that M. I've never came across that M. Just send me something. Just let me know where have you seen that M, and then I will just remember. If I saw one, I will reply to you definitely. But in the examination, I've never seen something with an M. So unless we come across it, but I don't even think so. So okay, in this instance, guys, here you are not allowed to give a hand signal, only if there is something happening. You understand me? As a driver, not that thing of greeting people or like that. Remember this scenario, guys, right? You're not allowed to say, hey, Tommy, bro, all those things, using your hand and coming out of the vehicle while you are driving, right? Remember, you're on the road. Okay, so very, very important to know about it, guys. Give a hand signal in a situation whereby there is something happening, not that thing of greeting your marquee to show them that you bought a new car. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Department. Okay, when driving a motor vehicle, what is the minimum safe following distance to maintain when following another vehicle? That is very important. If I were you, I was gonna screenshot that. Screenshot that. Don't forget, screenshot that. So when you are driving, remember about the safe following distance, right? A distance determined by means of the 2-second rule. Remember that. 2 seconds. So the person that you are following, guys, if you always following a person, right? Let's say you're following a person, you must make sure you are behind that person with 2 seconds, right? 2 seconds. You must make sure, guys, that is the very important one. So the B1, it says what? A driver may drive as close as possible. You are not wrong, especially if you say close as possible. You know, I just make it wrong. 5 meters 800 kilometers. Hey, what is that? No way. So the following distance, guys, by means of 2-second rule, guys. So don't forget, 2-second rule is the answer. So you must follow a person at 2 seconds. For instance, if you don't understand the meaning of 2 seconds, it's like this. Put your stopwatch, let other vehicle be in front of you and be behind it. So that is the distance of the rule. Even if you watch, what is this, the racing part, maybe they say that you were 1 minute late, you were 10 seconds late, you were 2 seconds late. If you are 2 seconds late, that means you were not that much far from that person. You understand? So very, very important. That is number A. So take that screenshot, guys. Let's go to the next one. Hey, this guy, I saw him several times. This one, they don't miss him, eh? So let's go, guys. Remember, we spoke of the temporary signs and everything. So let's come ahead to this, guys. If I were you, take a screenshot. Even the previous one, take a screenshot, because after this session, I'm deleting this video. Okay, the signs indicate to the driver that if you see this sign, right? If you see this sign, A, it says obstructions to the road 1 kilometers ahead that affect the traffic movement. Okay, obstruction in the road for 1 kilometers. For 1 kilometers, okay, roadworks within 1 kilometers. So now the obstruction part, because I might be obstructed to understand the question. So where is the obstruction in this road, in this board? So here, this red thing, it means an obstruction, guys. So this red things, it means an obstruction, right, guys? So if the traffic was flowing smoothly, let's say there was an arrow here, and then there was an arrow here. So this means on this thing, since now there's something, let's say maybe there's a construction, so it has affected what the road, how it usually moves, right? So in other instance, it means ahead 1 kilometers, there will be a change of traffic movement. If I were you, I was gonna take the picture. Then take a picture. Take a picture, guys. You see, today I'm moving fast. Because this one, once people, they know about it, I'm telling you, you're not gonna fail learners. Next week, people are going to write. You're not gonna fail learners. If you're following this lessons I was giving you, you're not gonna fail learners. So after here, guys, I'm gonna take the names of people, which area you are staying. If you are in Soshanguve, if you are in Middelburg, and then we're gonna just register you to your nearest DLC, and then go and write. We're gonna give you the time and the slot, what time you must be there, and then the eye test. Don't worry about eye test. We're gonna kill it. Nothing to worry about. Remember, eye test, guys, the tip is this: eye test is not meant to be seen with both eyes like this, whereby you arrive on that thing and then you'll be like, you want to open all your eyes. Trust you me, you will see ziggy zaggy. So what you need to do when you arrive on the eye test, close one eye, right? Although you cannot close it with your hand, but just place it on that machine and close your left one or the right one. So what you normally do is when you arrive there, they say eye test, and then you have your gear, and then now close the right one. And then if you don't see the E or anything in that eye, that means it is not on that side. Close this one and open that one. You will see perfect clear. Far distance to the shorter distance. That's how eye test it's meant to be. Because how will they know if all your eyes are working if you open all of them? We used to be young. They used to take us to a doctor to say, let's go and do the E thing. Obviously, we cannot do it with our all eyes open. We need to use one eye. Find out that maybe, let's say, one of your eye is damaged. You cannot see properly. Those are the things they try to see. You understand? Because when you are driving, both eyes must be having a wider lens. If you did camera thing, right? Okay. So our answer is here. It's A. So let's move to the next one. Remember, eye test is left and right. Don't go there and say you must open all of your eyes. You won't see anything there. So, okay. The driver of a vehicle shall not come across a what is this? The driver of a vehicle should not cross a public road unless, right? So for those who are doing eye test, don't forget, guys, you cannot write a license, learner's test without eye test. So the first thing we solve here is when you arrive at learner's test, make sure to close one eye and then you open the other eye, right? So if your E, it's no longer visible this side, don't force things to say you will see magic. No, close that eye and open the other eye. Remember, they test left and right. They never test both. Okay. We used to do that in our primary school. Exactly. We used to do that in our primary school, whereby they could line us one eye, left eye. You cannot do both. So, okay. The driver of a vehicle should not cross a public road unless he or she looks at signal, he or her intentions, and then moves to on the road. No, the road is clear of moving traffic for a sufficient distance to allow him or her to cross the road without obstructing or endangering any traffic, guys. So when always you are reading, you're about to answer questions, guys, make sure guys, you understand, go for those ones with clear meaning, especially if you see those ones with sufficient distance allowing him or to cross the road without obstructing. Those are the right one. Don't just rush to say he or she looks at the signal and intention and then moves into the road of the road. No, you don't do that. This is a clear one. Listen to what it says. The road is clear. Number one, the road is clear. Okay, good. Of moving traffic and sufficient distance to allow him or her to cross the road without, again, obstructing and then again endangering any traffic. The C1 says he or she looks into the rear view of the mirror. So the mirror that you see in a car, like the one that allows you to see at the back. Okay, engages gear and accelerate. No, that is wrong. So that's how you answer questions, right? Don't be lost. Okay, now let's go into this one. What is the purpose of accelerator? Boom! It is used to turn the vehicle in an emergency. No. You cannot use an accelerator. Remember, the accelerator is the one that increases the speed of the car. So here it says what? It is used to turn the vehicle in an emergency. No. B, it is used to stop a vehicle. No. It is used to increase or decrease the speed of the vehicle. Exactly. So we use an accelerator to increase or decrease the speed of the vehicle. So very important to know about it, guys. So never make that mistake to say it's to stop a vehicle. You know about accelerator, guys. Okay. Now let's come here to this guy here. Any question, I'm gonna read it by the comments there. So I'm opening comments at the same time I'm with you here. Okay, so the next question, it says the appropriate reaction to this sign. So how must you react when you see this sign? So this sign, you normally see it in cars where there's a T junction. Let's say it's a T junction, like when you are, I don't know if you can see my hand. Okay, let me draw it here. It's fine. Oh, where's my pen? Okay, there we go. No, I need this. Okay, so normally you find this sign if there's a T junction. This is your car here, right? Oh, I skipped that line. Okay, so this is your car here. It's a T junction, right? Remember, it's a T junction here. So this sign, normally you find it here. They just put it small here, right? So how should you react when you see this sign? It's you who's driving this side. You are coming off the road like this, boom, and then you see this sign. It means stop as the road is closed. The road is not closed. Turn around as the road ends. No, the road is not ending. Slow down and prepare to stop if necessary. So this means if I see the sign, it's me who's driving this side. I'm seeing the sign. I should slow down. You understand? So I must be prepared to stop if necessary. It is not a must for me to stop there, but in most of the cases, if you see this sign, probably the must be a robot or a stop sign. You understand me? So that allows you to stop there. But if you see the sign, this means there are also vehicles that are moving this direction. You understand me, guys? So that's the meaning of that sign. So the answer is C. Slow down and prepare to stop if necessary. To the next question. This question, if you see here, it says the sign indicates to a driver that a high-speed exit is ahead. So for instance, this sign, you normally find it on highway, right? So if you are driving on the highway and then you look at, remember, most of the highway you exit on your left-hand side, right, guys? So you are driving on the highway. Let's say, for instance, this is a road, right? This is a road. Can't even draw the road, guys. Okay, and then you have another road. You have this another road. Okay, so and then this one says like this, and then what should we do? Okay, it continues you again, and then it says like this. Okay, and then it continue going again. So these are highways, right? It's a highway. Moves like this. At least I'm drawing, guys. Come on. I'm drawing. Okay, so this sign here, and then according to this answer, remember, guys, this sign, this thing, it represents 100 meters. This is a bar, right? 100 meters. At some point, you'll find another bar like this, and then you'll find another bar like this. So in most of the cases, there are 3, right? So this means I will have 1 bar here. It's a board. Remember, it's a board, not 1 bar, 3 bar. Normally it's 3 bar, the first one, right? So it's a 3 bar, and then as you go, it becomes 2, and then it becomes 1. Do you understand that? So this means when you see these 3 things, it means 300 meters before you off ramp, right? And then when you come to this one, then the 2-1, it means 200 meters before you off ramp. And then when you see the last one, that means before you off ramp, you are left with 100 meters. So those ones, you normally find them on the highway. So this means the question says the sign indicates to a driver that a high speed exit is in 100 meters. So remember, each bar represents 100 meters. So if you see 2 of them, it's 200 meters, and if you see 3 of them, it's 300 meters. Okay, so you got that one. Okay, so let's go to the next one. What type of a heavy motor vehicle or combination of a motor vehicle that are restricted to travel at the maximum speed of 80 kilometers per hour? Okay, the first one says only vehicle carrying goods which belongs to the government. The moment you say to the government, you're gonna have a problem. So this means if I'm not carrying goods that are going to the government, I'm allowed to go beyond 80. Or traffic officers, no. And then the B1 says an articulate motor vehicle of which the gross combination mass of the truck exceeds 9,000 kilograms, right? Okay, any vehicle motor carrying goods, no. So the one that exceeds 9,000 kilograms are the ones are not allowed to drive at the maximum of 80, right? So that sometimes you normally find those stickers, the trucks, those big trucks like a code 14, all those things, you normally find them with 80 kilometers per hour. You understand? So normally on the highway, they drive to the far left, right? So that is the meaning of that. Okay, so let's go to the next one. It says when a motor vehicle is stationary, this means stationary is the word stop. is the word stop, right? Stop. Okay, stationary, stop. What must the driver do to ensure that the motor vehicle does not move? So okay, if now you are driving and then you want to park your car, what must you do to make sure that your vehicle, it's does not move? You understand me? So the first one says your wheel must be turned towards the sidewalk. This means you must turn your wheel to make sure that even if the vehicle wants to go back, it cannot move. Wrong. B, the parking brake must be securely applied. The gear leveler must be left at the natural position. So some people, when they're parking their car, they just put the car in neutrals. They say it won't move. No, it is wrong. So if you are parking your car, the first thing you need to do after parking your car, your handbrake must be up to ensure that your vehicle does not roll back. So that is very important, guys. So at most of the time, make sure after parking your vehicle, even if it's automatic, put it on P, which is parking, and then make sure your handbrake is up. Okay, manually do the same thing. If you miss this one, guys, hey, which statement is true? A person may only, okay, which one is true? So we just have to read throughout the statement so we can know which one is which one. A person may only drive a motor vehicle in such a way that it causes excessive noise. Hey, that is not right. Wrong. We even hate it as a neighbor. If you are having a neighbor with a GTI, they are always making noise on the street. We don't like it, so it's wrong. B, a person may only drive a motor vehicle in such a way that it causes excessive noise outside the building. We don't want that. We hate verpass. We don't want that. We don't want that. In other words, that's why in most of the cases, guys, you have cases whereby you will have a neighbor complaining to police to say this person is always making noise in the around our areas with his vehicle. So remember, it's not allowed to do that. Okay, so here is it. The person shall operate a vehicle on a public road in such a manner as to cause excessive noise, right? No person shall operate a vehicle. So no person shall operate a vehicle on a public road in such a manner as it causes excessive noise. So in other words, those it is not allowed. Imagine doing that on a freeway, guys, whereby you are driving a vehicle that is making such noise like that. It is not allowed, including in urban areas. It is not allowed. The only time it is allowed in your dreams. Nothing, it's allowed. So most of the cases, guys, when we buy cars, we say feed them with a 6-pipe exhaust. It's gonna get you to trouble. So when they issue you a ticket, you start to cry. How possible? No, this is not true. Okay, so let's go, guys. Hey, yeah, this one, it's blurry. Let me see if the next one it's much clearer. Okay, this one is blurry, but let me try. My eyes are still capable to see. I eat carrots a lot. Okay, so these road markings warn the road users that, okay, as you can see here, I will draw that for you. No overtaking allowed. The road will be split. She or he may use, yeah, this one is difficult to see. Appropriate direction of the vehicle thereof. This one is so difficult to see, guys. But as I can see this scenario here, this indicates 2 arrows. Ne? This one, it means these are the vehicles that are moving this side, and then you have broken lines here. You have broken lines, okay? And then what's happening here? This one, it's an arrow. I can see arrows that is pointing this side, and then here I can see, I'm not sure this one, it's a double arrow, but we'll come to this. There must be a picture of a clear one. So it says this road markings warn the road users that this one, it's also there in the exam, guys. Don't forget this one, it's there in the exam. So exactly as you see it here on the screen, this is what you're gonna find there. No overtaking is allowed. No overtaking is allowed. So in other words, guys, for us to answer this question, let's see what the questions are saying, ne? And then if it is opposite to that picture, it is wrong automatically. Okay, no overtaking is allowed. No, the reason I say no is because we have these broken lines. Okay, so this it's not correct. The road will split. There's nothing that shows the road will split there, so of course it's wrong. All of the above two, it's wrong. So the right one, it says C. The right lane may be used by vehicles approaching direction at different what is this, different, I don't know if it's times or something, but this is the right question. So but I believe we're gonna find the same picture again, right, so that I can still keeping you intact, guys. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, what is the study of a driver when refilling the fuel tank with a petrol or inflammation fuel? Let's say, for instance, if you are going to start to refill at the garage, or maybe you are using what is this, 5 liter to fuel your car again. So let's see. The first statement, it says the driver may not cause or allow any engine to run while the petrol or other inflammable fuel is being transported to the fuel tank. Let's go to the next one to verify the answer. He or she may only allow the engine to run. You see this it's a red flag. Why should you allow your engine to run if you're, that's why in most of the cases, if you have been inside the taxi or go to an engine garage, they will just tell you switch off your vehicle, you understand me, to not cause fire at the end of the day. He or she may start the engine while the petrol, exactly same thing, wrong. So the first one says what, the driver may not cause or allow the engine to run. So you may not allow the engine to run. So the first one, it's correct. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Let's go to the next one. What does it say? What is required regarding the noise caused by a heavy motor vehicle? So let's say you are driving code 10 or a truck or something. So what is required for you to have what is this, for your vehicle to not make noise? A person may operate the vehicle causing excessive noise, but only at night. No, it's wrong. No excessive noise is allowed. The person should operate a vehicle on a public road in such a manner that causes no person shall operate a vehicle on a public road in such a manner that it causes excessive noise, right? So this is the right one. So actually excessive noise, you should know it is not allowed, right? A person may operate a vehicle causing excessive noise outside town. No. So actually when you're driving a car that it makes too much noise, guys, it is not allowed at all. So you should know those answers, right? Okay, let's move to the next one. What type of a heavy motor vehicle or combination of motor vehicle are restricted to travel? One we did it the one that are restricted at the maximum of 80. So this means 80 above, these vehicles are restricted to drive that. So that is at, you know, we did that one. You saw the answer, guys, the previous questions. So let's go here. So this one, guys, are quite difficult because you may not see the numbers within this, but says to select a gear you must use number, to select a gear, which one must you use, guys? Okay, so let's say for this one I will give the numbers. I want to see your knowledge, guys, because if this one you don't get it, we stop the live, we go to sleep. So this one is number 1, number 2, I'm naming them, right? Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Okay, so according to you guys, I'm answering this question. Do not look at this. Let's forget about, okay, okay, no, don't answer according to this. Let's leave this alone, right? So let's say I want to change a gear. It says to select a gear you must use which number. So according to you guys, I given you, this is number 1, number 4, number 5, number 6. This is the steering wheel, I give it number 7. So this is the rear view mirror, number 3 and number 2. So if I want to change gear, which number and number must I use? So it's 2 numbers that are there. So if I want to change a gear, I want to see if you know something about the knowledge of the car. If I want to change a gear, which one and which one should I use? Let's see. I want to see if at least you know about the knowledge of the car, guys. So it's very important to know about this. Let's answer, guys. Let's answer, guys. Let's answer, guys. Time is going. People are chopping onions, are crying. Let's see which one. Which one is it, guys? I'm waiting for those answers to pop out. Of course, it's gear, number 4 and number 1, right? Remember, for you guys to be able to change a gear, you must use clutch. Remember, this is clutch. This is clutch, the middle one is brake, and then the right hand one, it's accelerator. So clutch is always on your left, right? So this is clutch, and then this one is your gear. So you cannot just change a gear without engaging clutch. So 4 and 1 is the correct answer, right, guys? Because you cannot see the numbers, that's why I end up writing my own numbers. But 4 and 1 are the correct answers, right? So you need to put your car in clutch and then change the gear. So 4 and 1 is the correct answer, right? So remember, you cannot change a gear without including a clutch, unless if it's automatic, right? So on automatic, you will have its automatic car, but here in most of the cases, there's no automatic learners. In most of the time, it's a manual, right? So let's go to the next round. We are going there to finish, guys. When moving off from a stationary position at the side of the road, what is the responsibility of the driver? So it's a reminding you of what you need to do. The driver must ensure that it is safe and that he or she will not interfere with the traffic approaching from any direction. Remember, we did that question, right? So that one, you got it. Moving to the next one. Okay. You only have learners for, oh yeah, this one we did it. So that's why I'm saying most of the things here are just to take us back. Okay, let's go. This one, guys, make sure to take a screenshot so that you don't forget exactly this answer. Let me just zoom in here. Okay, the lights of your vehicle parked on a public road. Okay, the lights of your vehicle parked. Let's say you are switching on the lights of your vehicle, which is headlights, on the public road between sunset and sunrise. Sunset, remember, guys, it means when the sun is going down, and then sunrise, it is when now the sun is going up. Okay, needs not kept lighten when the vehicle is parked. You understand? So you understand, guys, that let's say you are parking your vehicle, right? So your headlights must not be on, right? Must not be on when, let's say, how can I put this? Sunset, it is 6 p.m, right? Let's say the sun, it's going down now, it's becoming night. Okay, let's say from night until morning. Yeah, that is the best way to answer you guys. From night until morning, right? Your lights must not be on. Let's see the options here. 10 meters from a lighted street lamp, of course, next to the road of the road, next to the roadway of the road, of course. Let's see, in a demarcated parking area, of course, all of above. So this means you may not keep your lights. To explain this whole thing, you may not keep your light of a vehicle. Let's say your vehicle, you just park there, and then you must not keep your lights on, your headlights on, only if you are parked within 10 meters from a lighted street lamp. If there's a street lamp, you see, like if there's street lamps in Kasi or in township or everywhere. So if there's a street lamp, there's no need for you to light your vehicle, right? And then next to a roadway of the road. So if there are cars always, that road is always with cars, do not switch on your headlights. You understand me? In a demarcated parking area, of course, if you have parked your vehicle, why are you switching on your lights, your headlights? You cannot. Upon parking, switch them off, and then next, if the road is busy, do not switch them on. Okay? And then also, if there are street lamp, do not switch them on. So that's the whole reason for this, ne? So take a screenshot, guys. Don't make a mistake. Take a screenshot. Let's work. Take a screenshot, guys. I am with you. This one, if you fail learners, okay, I given you pap, I given you, you know what, whatever kind of a meal you can name it. This is a dessert. It's a dessert, guys, because it's plug and play, plug and play, plug and play. So let's go to the next one. Okay, in order to draw attention, the background of temporary signs, right, guys? Remember, I always spoke about you guys. Temporary signs are always yellow. These are regulatory signs, which are red. So temporary signs are yellow, guys. These are temporary signs. Remember about, I told you from the beginning of this session that temporary signs, they are yellow. You normally find them if there's a construction. Those ones are meant to draw your attention, to be like, hey, when avuka malambani, or you understand what I'm trying to say. So those are temporary signs. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right. Okay, which of the following statement is correct? A silencer. Remember, we were speaking about excessive noise and all that. So let's see where it comes in here. Need not to be fitted? No, a silencer need to be fitted, guys. With a small hole is acceptable? No. Okay, must be fitted. You see, some questions, there's some statement must tell you, guys. That's why I always recommend people to read. Must be, must, it's a must. It's a must. Be fitted to a vehicle to restrict engine noise and acceptable levels. Must be fitted. You understand? So that your engine does not make noise, guys. So that is the must of the silencer. Let's go to the next one. Oh la la. Okay, so let's come here. This signs indicate. So this means this sign. Let's look at this sign, guys. So the N1, remember, doesn't mean nonsense, and then the R1 doesn't mean 103 rand. You know, don't ever do that, guys. Last time I told you when we were doing the signs of the road, right, guys? So this one, this T that you see here, it means there's a toll, right? So this means if I am deciding to take N3, right? If I'm deciding to take N3, the National Road 3, Harrismith, this means in 105, I believe the last number, it should be 5 there. So in 105 kilometers, I'm gonna be facing toll. There's a toll gate, right? So this means I'm gonna be paying tolls if I take this route, right, of Harrismith. So if I don't have money for toll gates, I don't have budget for toll gates, I have to say what? Alternative. The A, it means alternative, right? So in other words, a toll road and alternative for a toll road. So this means if I don't have money to take the toll gate, I will use alternative, although it still takes you to the same direction. You understand me? So you know, like, we also have such places whereby some other places they have a highway with a toll gate, and the other ones it's just a normal road without a toll gate. But of course, all of you you are going to the same direction. You understand me? So that's how it is, guys. Okay, the use of temporary signs implies, okay, this one we did it, the circumstances on the road are not normal. That's why, guys, if you fail this one, I'm gonna be with you so much. This one, guys, I saw this guy coming out. Okay, which is the correct statement considering the sign? Let's see our statements, what they say. Okay, when the red man is glowing, it means that a pedestrian have a priority. So this means if I see this guy glowing, this means I have a priority. No ways. I've never seen something like that. When the green man is glowing, it means that a pedestrian should run across the street as fast as they can. No. See, when the green man is glowing, pedestrian may walk across, and when the red light is glowing, pedestrian may not walk across. Exactly, this is the right answer. How can I see this one and then I start to say I have a priority of the road? No ways. And then if it's green, it says you must start running. How can you run fast as possible because the robot is green? Never saw something like that. Okay, So let's go to the next one. Aha, things are starting to be visible now. We have this X guy. Remember, look at this picture, guys. We have this X guy here. It's X, 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 X. The road marking wants you will have to change lanes. To change lanes? I'm not. A railway line will be crossing. So the moment you see this X, this means there's a railway, there's a train here. All right, there's a train here. You understand me? In front. You may not enter the parking. This is not a parking area. So yeah, B is correct. Boom. So guys, after this session, I'm going to be asking on the group how many people are ready to write learners next week. And then I take your names from different places where you are. And then we're going to get you sorted. Okay. Okay, so let's see this this guy. Some of you, it's your first time to see this guy. I'm going to interpret him for you. Why? I know some of you are thinking it's a race thing. We may not stop in front of this sign. Only when you want to look at the scenery, which is this board. Only when parking, you are picking up a passenger. Okay, some of you, I know, guys, it's a first time seeing this sign, right, guys? So normally, if you see this sign, it is meant in case you find that in most of the cases it's used when like trucks have problems, failed of brakes. When your car has failed brakes, you're gonna see this sign. So this means, let's say it's a highway, né? Or it's a road to say. So it goes like this, right? This is the whole road. Okay. So it depends on the kind of a road where they use this sign. So this truck, it's failing brakes. It cannot stop. When the truck driver is trying, nothing is happening. It's trying, nothing is happening. So you will have something like this here. Normally they put them when it's a uphill, right? Because they cannot put that sign on the downhill. Of course, your truck or car won't stop. It will keep even being worse now. So this, now you see this sign here. Right, it's called like a resta, something like this, resta sign, something like that, right? So, and then the highway keeps, it is not, listen to me very carefully, it is not an off-ramp. You're not off-ramping there. So the whole highway will be having, it's a road tire. So this one, normally it is soil, heavier soil, like a sand, too much sand on it. So if the truck fails brake, and then he has to escape to this direction, okay? So that is the meaning of this sign. This is the meaning of this sign. So whenever you see this sign, you must not go there and say, let me chill and park my car and relax. If a car or a truck fails brake, it's coming to you. So make sure, guys, you never ever do that, okay? So let's go to the next one. While on the vehicle is in motion, okay, we did that one. No hand phone as allowed. Okay, now let's come to this one. Guys, should I stop and then we continue tomorrow? Let me know by the comments. Yo, I'm tired, guys. 1 hour 22 minutes on this session. Yo, we're still having 50 more questions to go, guys. That is, we're gonna go for another 1 hour. Should we continue tomorrow, guys? Let me know by the comments. Yo, I'm feeling sleepy. I'm feeling sleepy, guys. Although this session is very important, okay? But let me know if I can continue tomorrow by the comments. While you are answering, let me just deal with this one. When a vehicle, okay, let me zoom in. When a vehicle is traveling at the right hand lane, of which is this one, as shown in this sign, the driver must drive faster than 60 or whatever. Oh no, this one is not the right one. The right one is this. Speaking of this here, right? So remember this one, guys, it means it's a command sign. Command signs, we see them with a blue color, right? So normally if you see a blue color sign, so this means you must not drive lesser than 60. You must drive 60 and above, right? Let's drive 60 and above, right, guys? So let's do 60 and above. So that is what it is here at this question. So drive faster than or drive 60. So you must drive 60 or more than 60, right? So the blue one, remember, it's a command side. So the red one, it's a prohibition. It tells you that you cannot drive a maximum of, you cannot drive above 100, you cannot drive above 120 or 60. But the blue one, it says you can drive 60 or above. Okay guys, let's stop here. I'm so tired guys, although this session I'm enjoying it so much. Thank you so much guys. Which page are we on now? 41, right? So okay, we're on 41. Don't forget guys that next week we need to take your names so that you can start registering, right? So page 41. And don't forget, tomorrow I'm gonna send you the time, and exactly that time we're gonna be starting, and then we finish the rest of the session, and then next week we go to write your learners. So I wish you all the best guys. Revise everything that I've showed you. Make sure to do the rules of the road, all the tests, make sure. But this one, it's a prime of it all guys. Whatever that we're doing today, we shall continue tomorrow. Thank you so much guys. I am so tired. 50 more questions to go. The reason why you see it's 50 more questions to go, some they may be repeated, but in most of the cases, these are all the questions that are covering everything guys. If you do this one, you will never fail. Trust me, I bet you will never fail, because exactly what you see here is exactly what is going to come out on the exam. So thank you so much guys. Don't forget, as you can see here, this is exactly from the examination tablet. Let me just go down. You see here, you can see it's previously, review your answer, and test. Exactly, this is the tablet that when you go there, you're gonna find guys. So the questions are the same, nothing changed here. So thank you so much guys. This is me who's tired now. Thank you so much guys. See you on the next one. This is Uriel, your boy, and then I'm out.